Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm excited to get back on this project. It's been a minute, I will say that. But today I'm doing another business strategy, episode 3 with Garmin. Garmin is a company. Let's just pull up on the wiki really quick. Okay, so Garmin, I'm going to go to Garmin.com. So Garmin, they do smartwatches, they do a few other things. They're known. I know them for their smartwatches as a runner, but I was interested and kind of intrigued. They do have a lot more markets. They have automotive, outdoor recreation, sports and fitness. They do maps, accessories, discovery. They do blogs. They do aviation. They do marine. They do automotive. So let's go ahead and look at their stock, as they are They are a publicly traded company, meaning you can buy ownership from the public. So if we look up Garmin, um, you can see Garmin stock. All right, so their market cap currently is 20.30 billion. They're trading at a price per earning ratio of 20.49, and their stock price is $106.04. I don't know why I said 0.04, $106.04, and they have a dividend yield of 2.75%. Cool. Okay, let's go on the Wikipedia really quick. You should be able to go to Wiki, come to the Wikipedia page. So, interestingly enough, it was a Swiss domiciled. I don't really even know what that means. But maybe, oh, right, it has its headquarters in Kansas. Right, so they're specializing in GPS, but they have a bunch of um, competing in smartwatches and things like that. I love their smartwatches, by the way. Of Garmin, if you're watching this, I love you. I love your smartwatches. I use them every day in my running, or just data analytics with stuff like that. Just wanted to shout out um, Garmin and the impact it's had in my life. Thank you, Garmin. So 1983, Gary Burrell recruited Min H. Cow from the defense contractor Magnavox while working for the former King Radio. So it was founded in 1898 in Lenexa, Kansas, as ProNav. Their first product was a GPS unit. Reached a profit of 23 million. Sales had reached 233 million. Reported a 2006 total revenue of 1.77 billion. That is a lot of money. In 2006, even $1 billion for by any day standard, I think today is a lot of money, but in 2006, that's a lot of money. So they went public on December 8th at 2000. Wow, that's absolutely wild. That's actually 2 days after I was born. That's so cool. Anyways, sweet. So they have about 19,700 employees. They do GPS. They come from kind of a humble but interesting background, and they're centered in Kansas. Went public 2000. So we got some of the key ideas here of kind of what they do. Looks like they had some problems here. They might have exposed thousands of customer records when it had some insecurity in its MongoDB. MongoDB is just a database. Awesome. So it's had some recent acquisitions, and interestingly enough, it has performance software for It acquired a company that makes performance software for 135 airlines worldwide. I did not know that, and that sounds really cool. Sweet. So now we're gonna open ChatGPT in the app. They got the app on the phone recently. The latency is just absolutely phenomenal. And I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to grab out my notes from before, and I'm going to basically walk us through these 3 prompts. And I will look at kind of, we'll go through some of these prompts with ChatGPT. So as of the last, ChatGPT is also, by the way, if you're just watching this for the first time, this is a large language model. We would classify it as ANI, an artificial narrow intelligence system. It's very good at aggregating data on the web. It was trained on a massive amount of data, and it essentially learns through many processes in machine learning, reinforcement learning, and things like this. And then it kind of gets the best results, and it kind of does this thing called reinforcement learning. If you want to learn more on that, feel free to look it up. I'm just kind of working on the application side on some of these videos in this channel. I think I might get into how it works maybe in another series or in the future, as I do believe this is a fundamental technology that will likely change the world forever, as we see the word AI is being used over and over, similarly in the sense that internet was used. And so what I believe is it's kind of like a history 2.0. It's a world-changing technology. It's absolutely going to revolutionize every business sector, and it's only a matter of how and when. And that's why I've kind of started this channel. So diversification. So my question here was, what are some ways, should be ways, Garmin has grown in recent years, and where is the company seeking to expand upon its current pervasiveness in the world? So it was trained on its last update in September 2021, so that's important to realize in bias. So like if you were training for a race and your race was in 2023, but you had only ran up until 2021, you would have to, factor that into the way you're going to run the race, right? Okay, so with that in mind, you have to take this all with scrutiny and realize this might be relatively out of date. So Garmin has relatively out of date from 2021 onward. We might not have pertinent data from 2022 and 2023. But anyway, so pertinent meaning relevant, applicable, or like fitting, pertinent meaning important, or insightful is a better word, like data that actually means anything on really recent times. However, it does work well up until 2021 from what I've seen. So like I was saying, we're trying to think about how it's trying to grow its products. So obviously we saw diversification of product lines. We saw health and wellness, connected services, acquisitions and partnerships, right? Global expansion and innovation. Like I was saying before, and we saw, Garmin's doing very well at growing products that make change in the world and positive change. We saw their business sectors they're hitting airlines, they're hitting health, they're hitting GPS, they're hitting smart watches, things like this. Sweet. So I'm going to copy this in here. And I'm going to I don't know why my text is the other color. Okay. Also, I'm going to get... Okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to leave the whole segment there. Just so if you go through this document, which I'll be attaching anywhere that I kind of advertise this, you can notice that ChatGPT even makes itself known that it has bias up in its training data to a certain point, or not bias, but a limitation, maybe bias and limitation, right? So our next question is, what the heck? can't scroll down. I don't know. I think we might be frozen here. Okay, I'm gonna try restarting the app. Okay, there we go. Okay, I actually just realized that these two questions are highly like subsets of each other. So I apologize for that. But the next question was kind of like, what are some ways Garmin has um, kind of grown in recent years? And that's more or less the same. However, there are some certain things that we got more of here, as you can notice. Our first prompt kind of just got six six item lines, and now we're up to 10. We got some more like very specific things. So vertical integration, essentially going up and down um, the control methods in production. You know, it talks a little bit about the products that it actually introduced. Shout out the Garmin Phoenix and Forerunner series. Talks about its commitment, support. Global presence is huge, right? You can't just tackle domestic market. That's going to make you maybe big. It's not going to make you large. Software and services, yeah, it offer, obviously want to grow your software market because software is huge, and typically it goes well to um, you know grow your market as well. Okay. So with that in mind, I guess we will copy this as well. Another thing is brand loyalty, focus on niche markets, right? You want to tackle a place where your product is appreciated. You want to tackle a place um, where you can, make the biggest contribution to someone's life. That's how value is kind of, we work in a system of, um, bartering. Capitalism is kind of based on bartering system, supply of goods and services to those who, uh, can make the most of the good and service. So, with that in mind, let's bring this down to a 9-point font. Okay, that was not it. The font scheme is so weird. I don't know why it just. I think I think it's me. It's not weird. It's just me. Anyway, I'm trying to get the. I think it might be 6 point. Does that seem right? Sweet. That was right. I'm just trying to standardize these all. Okay, and that brings me to my last question today. Thanks for joining me. I know this kind of dragged on and I've been rambling, but obviously, what's huge in any business is taking feedback and understanding it, what you can do with it to improve your business. So, my last prompt is what are some failures that Garmin has capitalized on as a learning opportunity? Um, and we see these awesome things. So, the smartphone competition. Um, so it's kind of so GPS, since the smartphone is very competitive, so it's kind of leveraged that competitive and adapted its products to different market segments like aviation and marine life, the mapping data quality, inaccuracies. So it's investing for better map accuracy, consumer wearables. So it's faced stiff competition, but it's kind of used that to target specific segments like fitness enthusiasts and outdoor adventurers. That's awesome. Shout out Garmin, changed my life. Diversification challenges. Garmin diversification into various product categories, right? Core markets that it could excel in. Let's see what else. Consumer wearables, right? Diversification, competitive pricing, right? Software and user experiences, and environmental responsibility. Sweet. So with that in mind, that's going to conclude the lesson today, and just the learning about Garmin as a company. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you. Just gonna change this to the white coloring really quick. And then I'm gonna get rid of this extra page. And this is my, my finalized notes. And yeah, if anyone has any feedback or anything, maybe I'll add in the date here. It is currently September 3rd, 2023. And so I guess we'll see what exciting things Garmin does in the future. I think I normally replace this with something. So I'll say, I don't know what to say about Garmin. I also think I take out company. Garmin. Maybe I'll say smartwatches. I don't know how to conclude this, y'all. Help me here. I don't know what to write about Garmin. I'll say growing and learning. Seems like they're a growing and learning company, so that's what I'll say. With that in mind, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.